Hey everyone, we're gonna hit this book again. I shut the AC off, so let's see how long I can talk without sweating up a storm. We left off on page 72, and we're gonna begin with the Super Bowl of advertising, okay? Any football fan knows that watching a game on television means paying the price of watching tons or lots of commercials. Games are regularly halted in order to run more commercials. While the fans in the stands freeze and the teams stand around on the field, the fans at home get to watch 4 to 8 commercials. The biggest football game, as far as advertisers are concerned, is the Super Bowl, which probably got its name not from the quality of the game, but from the advertising revenues it generates. If you wanted to advertise your product during the 1987 Super Bowl, all you had to pay was 1.2 million for one 60-second time slot. That's $20,000 per second, and you provided the commercial. CBS sold 26 minutes of advertising time for the game for a total of $31.2 million. Then, of course, there were all the ads for the pre and post game shows, which added another 11.8 million to the take for a grand total of 43 million. That's not bad for one afternoon, especially since CBS paid only $19 million for the rights to the game. If nothing else, the Super Bowl proves each year that advertising rates and revenues for blockbuster television programs just keep increasing. In 1983, the special 2.5 hour final episode of the popular television series MASH commanded 900,000 per minute of advertising for a total of 15.75 million for this one program. Until the 1987 Super Bowl, this program held the record for the most profitable program in television history. Sometimes it seems as if the whole world is not just filled with advertising, but dominated by it. You can't get away from ads. In the United States, every 24 hours you are exposed on the average to 1,600 commercial messages by one medium or another. Of these 1,600 ads, you notice 80, but only 12 will get some kind of response from you. And it's not just radio, television, newspapers, and magazines that are filled with ads, but just about every part of your life. Ads are, of course, on all the products you buy, but then there are all the billboards plus the signs on buildings, trucks, cabs, buses, subways, and anything else that moves or doesn't move. And don't forget all those coupons, flyers, and handbills, not to mention all the advertising junk mail. There are even ads on the inside of the doors in some public toilets now. Even public television has ads, although they're not called ads, they're called enhanced underwriting or general support announcements. I've noticed too, guys, that at the gym, you can't even go on it. I don't even bother with gyms anymore. If I want to work out, I can just run outside. They have the screens where you're getting bombarded with advertisement even when you're working out, if you noticed. But you are already painfully aware that advertising is all over the place. You also know that advertising is filled with doublespeak. You might even think that advertising is nothing but pure doublespeak. So why, you might ask, waste any time talking about the doublespeak of advertising? Analyzing advertising for doublespeak is like shooting fish in a barrel. or maybe even like analyzing political language for doublespeak. It's just too obvious, too easy to find. However, it is exactly because advertising is so pervasive and so significant a part of our society that it is important to examine the doublespeak of advertising. After all, corporations don't spend billions of dollars on advertising if it doesn't work, if it doesn't get you to buy what they want you to buy, whether it's a product or an idea or a set of values. So, before examining the doublespeak of advertising, you may want to look briefly at the size, power, and influence advertising and advertisers so you can appreciate how important it is to understand as much as possible the doublespeak of advertising. We're going to finish on this page 74 just because it's getting uber hot in here, and I will do longer videos as the weather permits, my friends. Okay, so we're going to go to the top. Advertisers. Corporations spend a lot of money advertising their products. According to Advertising Age, the most important publication in the advertising industry, the top 10 advertisers for 1987 spent over $8.3 billion, while the top 100 advertisers spent a total of $28.4 billion on all forms of advertisers during 1987, was over $120 billion. That's a lot of money and a lot of advertising. The big news for 1987 was that Philip Morris moved into first place as the number one advertiser, replacing Procter and Gamble, which had been the leading advertiser for the preceding 24 years. For 1987, Philip Morris spent $1,557 billion, yes, that's billion, on all advertising, while Procter and Gamble spent a mere $1.38 billion. In third place was General Motors, spending $1,024 billion. Wow. To gain a place as one of three corporations to spend over $1 billion on advertising in a year. Sears Roebuck and Company was in fourth place, spending $886.5 million, while RJR Nabisco was in fifth place with $839.6 million. PepsiCo took sixth place by spending over $704 million, while Eastman Kodak spent $658 million to gain seventh place. Ford Motor Company spent $639 million for ninth place, while Anheuser-Busch gained 10th place by spending $635 million. It is interesting to note that the U.S. government took 29th place on the top 100 list, look at that, by spending $311.3 million on advertising, right? Yours truly. The top 100 advertisers spent $6.67 billion of their constituted over 75% of all advertising income for the three networks. Without this advertising income, the networks could not survive. If the networks are this dependent on a few advertisers, you have to wonder how independent the networks really are. Isn't that the truth? So just because it's in different topics and it's pretty hot today, the cost of television ads. So we're going to leave it on that. I'm going to do longer videos, guys. Please forgive me. It's really hard, but I wanted to at least be consistent with my Alpha 7 videos because I don't want to fall off this book. I don't want to upload other videos in between and lose the congruity of this book. So we'll continue to delve in it. I thank you for your time. We'll continue to delve into it. If you're new to my channel, I go through many different topics, but right now we're delving into this Doublespeak book because our language has been filled with doublespeak, and I think that can help people spot deception a little more readily in everyday life. So if you like this content, please give me a thumbs up. If you find value in my work, I'll put my PayPal link below. I have another channel called Dash. That's what I have my PayPal under. It's a business account. It does not touch my personal account, and I use it to help the homeless in my city. I do videos. I put it on Dash, and I do walk-in talks, encouraging videos. And I do show, the state of some of the people living in my area. And whenever I have it, I do help them out. So this is my public service. If you can't, I understand. But if you can, $1, $5, anything would be much appreciated. I appreciate you guys. I will keep the videos coming. Have a wonderful day and stay cool.